What if I told you that behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood lies a terrifying truth, one where the quest for beauty turns into a living nightmare? Right now, some of the biggest stars in the world are silently regretting the choices they made in the name of perfection. Botched surgeries, extreme weight changes, and transformations so drastic they left fans in shock. These are the dark side of fame that Hollywood desperately tries to hide. But don't look away, because once you hear these stories, you'll never see celebrity culture the same way again. This isn't about makeovers. It's about how the dream of being flawless became a trap, and how some stars paid the ultimate price chasing an illusion that was never real. Joseline Wildenstein. Her name isn't just famous, it's become a whispered warning in the world of plastic surgery. Once a dazzling New York socialite, surrounded by luxury and married to billionaire art dealer Alec Wildenstein, Joseline was the picture of high society glamour. But beneath the diamonds and designer gowns was a woman slowly unraveling. Her transformation didn't happen overnight. It began subtly, with a few procedures here and there to preserve her youth. But what started as maintenance soon spiraled into obsession. Each surgery took her further away from who she was, until her reflection became almost unrecognizable, even to herself. And then came the fall. When her marriage crumbled in 1999, she didn't just lose a partner, she lost her financial safety net. By 2018, the woman who had once spent millions chasing perfection was now filing for bankruptcy. The very surgeries meant to preserve her beauty ended up costing her everything. But Joseline's story isn't just about plastic surgery gone too far. It's about how chasing an impossible ideal can strip away your identity, your stability, and your sense of self. When she appeared publicly in 2022 beside makeup artist Alexis Stone, it wasn't a grand comeback. It was a haunting glimpse of a woman trapped by the choices she thought would set her free. A reminder that the pursuit of perfection can be the most devastating illusion of all. Adele. Picture this. You're on top of the world, Grammy wins, sold-out tours, millions hanging on every note you sing. Then, just like that, you disappear. No music, no interviews, no red carpets. For long years of silence. And when you finally return, the world barely recognizes you. You're still Adele, but you're also half the size you used to be. This isn't just a story about weight loss. It's a story about survival. When Adele re-emerged in 2020, shocking fans with a stunning 100-pound transformation, headlines exploded. But most of them missed the real story. This wasn't about chasing a spotlight or fitting into Hollywood's impossible mold. Behind that radiant smile on Saturday Night Live was a woman who'd clawed her way through heartbreak, anxiety, and the quiet collapse of control during the pandemic. For Adele, losing the weight wasn't about vanity. It was about reclaiming power in a world that had spun wildly off its axis. Her body changed, but it was her inner strength, forged in pain, that truly transformed. Still, her story raises an uncomfortable question. Why do we cheer for dramatic transformations without asking what someone had to endure to get there? Why do we praise the shell but ignore the soul? Adele's return was triumphant, but it was also tinged with sorrow. Not because she lost pounds, but because she carried a silent weight, one no scale could measure. Britney Spears, the pop princess who spent her entire life evolving under the glare of the spotlight. From the moment she burst onto the scene as a teenager, the world watched her grow, fall, rise, and reinvent herself time and time again. But in recent years, it's not just her music or her personal battles making headlines. It's her raw honesty about cosmetic procedures that struck a deeper nerve. In an era where filters mask reality and perfection is carefully curated, Britney's openness about lip injections, Botox, and skin treatments feels both bold and heartbreakingly human. While countless celebrities hide behind denial, Britney has chosen transparency. Not to shock, but to reclaim her story. And yet, even this vulnerability hasn't shielded her from judgment. The media, the same machine that cheered her rise and exploited her breakdown, is still dissecting every wrinkle, every tweak, every so-called flaw. But here's the truth most people miss. Britney's cosmetic choices aren't just about vanity. They're about agency. After a lifetime of being micromanaged, criticized, and controlled, from her career to her conservatorship, These small procedures represent something powerful, decisions she makes for herself. In a world that once stripped her of autonomy, every treatment is a quiet rebellion. Britney's journey isn't just about beauty. It's about survival, freedom, and the complicated relationship between fame and self-worth. Behind every so-called transformation is a woman trying to take back her power, one choice at a time. Mickey Rourke. When beauty meets brutality, the price is more than just fame, it's identity. Rourke's face isn't just altered, it's a living reminder of how far dreams can take you and how hard they can hit back. In the 1980s, he was one of Hollywood's most magnetic leading men, smoldering, rebellious, impossible to ignore. But at the height of his fame, Rourke walked away from the cameras and into the boxing ring, chasing a passion that would come at a devastating cost. The ring didn't just reshape his career, it shattered his face. Blow after blow left him with broken bones and scars that no amount of money could undo. He underwent multiple reconstructive surgeries, but instead of healing him, they left his features nearly unrecognizable. Rourke has spoken with painful honesty about the regret he carries, especially the botched procedures by a surgeon he says ruined his face completely. Once the poster boy for dangerous allure, he became a man the world barely recognized, not because he wanted to disappear, but because he had to. And yet, what makes Mickey's story unforgettable isn't the fall. It's the rise. In The Wrestler, Rourke didn't just act, he bared his soul. The role wasn't fiction. It was reflection. A broken man playing a broken character, searching for one last shot at redemption. His journey is a brutal, beautiful reminder. Sometimes the comeback is more powerful than the glory, and the scars we carry tell the truest story of who we are. Janice Dickinson has never been one to hide from the spotlight or the truth. But in 2016, when she was diagnosed with breast cancer, everything changed. The woman once hailed as the world's first supermodel, who had spent decades reshaping her appearance through countless cosmetic procedures, was suddenly forced to face something no surgery could fix: her mortality. At 69, Janice's looks have transformed dramatically from her glamorous heyday in the 1980s. But what cancer uncovered wasn't just a change in appearance. It revealed a deeper, rawer kind of beauty, the fierce courage to survive. For someone who had long battled to stay relevant in a youth-obsessed industry, the real fight became about staying alive. Her road to recovery, and her eventual return to the spotlight with the Janice Dickinson modeling agency, wasn't just a professional rebound. It was a defiant act of resilience. A message to the world that true strength doesn't come from perfect skin or sculpted features, but from the will to endure. Janice's journey from the extremes of cosmetic surgery to the raw reality of cancer survival is more than a personal story. It's a powerful reminder: our bodies are not just canvases for vanity. They are battle-tested vessels that carry us through life's most unforgiving storms. Val Kilmer's transformation isn't about aging or lost fame, it's about sheer survival. When throat cancer struck the Hollywood icon known for Top Gun and Batman Forever, it didn't just jeopardize his career, it nearly stole his voice, his identity, and his life. The battle was brutal. 2 tracheostomies and relentless chemotherapy left him physically altered, but the deepest scars weren't the ones you could see, they were the ones that silenced his once unmistakable voice. Yet what makes Kilmer's story extraordinary isn't just the pain he endured, it's the powerful comeback he made. His appearance in Top Gun: Maverick wasn't just a nostalgic nod to the past, it was a victory lap. Every word he spoke, every frame he appeared in, was a quiet roar of defiance against the disease that tried to erase him. Kilmer didn't just return to the screen, he rose from the ashes. His journey reminds us that some transformations are born not from choice, but from unimaginable struggle. And through it all, he's shown us that real strength isn't measured in appearances, it's in surviving what was meant to destroy you. Justin Jedlicka, famously dubbed the human Ken doll, is one of the most extreme examples of surgical transformation the modern world has ever seen. By the time he was 30, Justin had undergone more than 700 procedures, his journey starting at just 18 years old. But this isn't just a story about a man trying to look like a plastic doll. It's a haunting reflection of a deeper crisis: the growing epidemic of body dysmorphia in an age ruled by social media and reality TV. Justin's appearances on shows like Botched and My Strange Addiction turned his deeply personal struggles into viral entertainment, laying bare the painful price of chasing perfection. Beneath the headlines and tabloid curiosity is a tragic truth. Justin's transformation isn't merely about vanity, but about a society obsessed with flawlessness, where image often matters more than identity. In many ways, Justin has become the extreme symbol of a path we're all being nudged down, one filter, one enhancement, one tweak at a time. His story forces us to ask the hard questions. When does self-expression turn into self-erasure? And how far is too far when we're trying to perfect what was never meant to be flawless? Dolly Parton is in a league of her own when it comes to celebrity transformations, because she never hides, apologizes, or lets anyone else write her narrative. While many stars shy away from the truth about going under the knife, Dolly embraces it with open arms and that signature sparkle in her eye. Her famous quote, "It takes a lot of money to look this cheap," isn't just a punchline, it's a power move. It flips the script on judgment and proudly declares that her body, her choices, are hers alone. What truly sets Dolly apart is her fearless honesty. She doesn't dodge questions or pretend her look is all natural. Whether it's Botox, breast enhancements, or a facelift or two, she talks about it all with the same warmth and wit that have made her a beloved icon. In a world where women are constantly criticized for trying to look younger or prettier, Dolly's transparency feels like a breath of fresh Appalachian air. But the most powerful thing about Dolly's journey? The surgeries never became her story. Her voice, her heart, her generosity, and her legendary talents still shine brightest. She reminds us that beauty enhancements don't have to define a woman. They can simply be one more way she chooses to shine in her own spotlight. Christina Aguilera's physical transformation stands as one of the most striking and hotly debated evolutions in pop music history. From her sweet, girl-next-door image in 1999 to the bold, ever-changing personas that followed, Aguilera didn't just change her look. She turned her appearance into a canvas for self-expression and survival. Her dramatic 40-pound weight loss, along with the natural effects of motherhood and aging, fueled endless rumors of cosmetic procedures. But what's often missed in these conversations is the emotional odyssey behind the mirror. Behind the dazzling Vegas lights and flawless red carpet looks was a woman navigating heartbreak, divorce, relentless career expectations, and the brutal reality of aging in an industry that often discards women once they hit their 30s. Every reinvention wasn't just about style, it was a battle cry, a statement of resilience in a world that constantly tried to write her off. Christina's journey is more than skin deep. It's a raw reminder that the weight of fame, combined with the trials of real life, often shapes the way we present ourselves to the world. Her transformation wasn't just physical, it was survival in motion. Kaley Cuoco's honesty about her cosmetic procedures offers a refreshing and empowering take on beauty in Hollywood. Best known for her breakout role as Penny on The Big Bang Theory, Cuoco has been refreshingly open about her breast augmentation and occasional Botox treatments. But what truly sets her apart is her balanced, no-drama approach. She hasn't chased perfection or tried to reinvent herself. Instead, her choices were about boosting confidence and feeling more at ease in her own skin. Cuoco's transparency reflects a healthier, more grounded relationship with cosmetic enhancement, one that's based on personal empowerment rather than industry pressure. By speaking openly, she's helped dismantle the stigma around these procedures and open the door for more honest conversations. Her story is a powerful reminder that enhancing your appearance doesn't mean sacrificing your authenticity. It shows that beauty and self-acceptance can absolutely go hand in hand. At just 17 years old, Ariel Winter made a bold and deeply personal decision to undergo breast reduction surgery, shining a spotlight on the very real and often overlooked struggles young women face growing up under Hollywood's harsh microscope. For Ariel, this wasn't about chasing beauty standards. It was about relief from chronic back pain, and from the emotional weight of being hypersexualized at an age when she was still trying to figure out who she was. By speaking out, she helped break the silence surrounding a procedure that many young women desperately need but are too ashamed to discuss. Her honesty didn't just spark conversations. It helped redefine the way we think about cosmetic surgery, not as a vanity project, but as a means to reclaim comfort, confidence, and control. Yet, her courage didn't come without backlash. The double standard in Hollywood reared its ugly head, criticized for her body when she didn't change it, and then again when she did. But through it all, Ariel stood her ground. She became a powerful voice for body positivity and personal choice, reminding us all that owning your body and your decisions isn't just empowering, it's revolutionary. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss a new video. Oi ChatGPT.